Welcome to the NYC Youth Sports Podcast show. It's our 84th episode. It's a very special episode tonight because we're doing something. We're going to have to go off grid for a minute and go into the virtual world of the metaverse. This is when we get guests to come on in the virtual reality realm, and they be able to feel comfortable opening up and answering questions, even if it's tough or not. Yeah, this is something new that we started this week. Last week, we had a dynamic guest on. Shout out to Just Hall, president of the Brooklyn Chief. He came on and he opened up and everything and bared his truth. And it got a lot of things, and we got some questions answered and things of that nature. Shout out to him. And I got a call the next day. I got a call from my virtual metaverse guest tonight. We talked about a half an hour about some things, answering and addressing, what Just was saying. I suggested it. Once you come on the show and tell everybody you got a story to tell, come on the show and open yourself up to, your people that, that want to know. You know what I'm saying? It's two sides to a story, but it's always the truth. Now, I'm not here to say who's right or who's wrong. Right? I'm here to put the whole thing out there so people can understand. Just was saying some things that maybe some people didn't understand. I was getting calls, what he mean about this, what he's talking about that. We're going to get that out, and then we're going to get Courtney Pollin's side about it. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this story to you, because I'm getting called about several months now. They see me on the field. Uncle Mill, you got to talk about what's going on. We being blackballed and things like that. And that's not just coming to me. That's the people that coach, the parents that watch and support financially, and the players that participate in the game. It's beyond who's running it. It's the game I'm here for. It's the game that's got to take place. The league don't service kids, but the organization service kids, but the league is responsible for the game. The game has to keep going, regardless what it is. The game has to survive, and it has to be competitive, and it has to be good to watch. Now, I believe in the big tri-state product. I believe in it. I believe in it. I hope it's successful. I hope they get Connecticut open. It's promising. They're gonna have the best D1 product in the Northeast. I'm still believing in that, but I want to believe in the people who's running it. I want to believe that the people who's running it can be impartial and care about the game like they supposed to. I want to say a little shout out, a little sidebar. Remember, my show is 100% independent. 100%. I'm not for one or the other. Even I'll be accused of being one or two or sided. I stay in the middle, but I don't stay on the fence. I come to defense of the game. I come to in defense of the kids that play the game, the parents that financially support the game, and the coaches that coach the game.
Hi, my name
That's
is
who
Karima.
I come to the
On
defense
today's
for.
episode of Currently.
Impartial, both sides. Now, I had this interesting conversation with Courtney Pollin. I asked him to come on the show. He promised me he would. I do my due diligence on my Monday, and the confirmation came through. Sorry. And I'm like, Courtney, you doing this to me again.
Episode of
You doing this to me again, man. Yes, Courtney, I like you. Courtney, I appreciate that you're calling me and letting me know on the side. That ain't working, man. I got to get you on air, and your comments and views have to be by public records. That only way it's going to count. I understand, you call Uncle Mill up. I appreciate the love, but that doesn't do nothing to my viewers. My viewers want to see you. You're one of the architects of bringing this game to where we at in the neighborhood. Remember the time when you was going and it was run by somebody else, and y'all came together with Mr. Jackson, and y'all came together and you brought this game to the neighborhood, to the people that's running it. Looks like us, feels good. Yes, I'm proud of that. That's the tradition of it. But I understand we are all human beings, and sometimes we get in our feelings, but the business of the game cannot suffer. Cannot suffer at all. It has to end, it has to grow, it has to flourish, it has to get bigger and better. The competition has to be seen, and we have to enjoy it. Period. Now, I was told that, hey, no, you told me you don't run it. No, you told me you don't have no decision of it. But I got a text message. You're telling just no, sorry, next year. I got it. I'm not gonna put it out. Sorry. I'm not gonna mention nothing into. It took me a long time. Just didn't want to give it to me, but it is existent. Asked you about it. You said you came up with a good reason why you made the decision. I don't know why you're adding all these teams, these organizations that got something to lose or something to win. Yeah, they're gonna say those who want to play the Chiefs. No, they're gonna say no, we don't want them in here. No, we don't want this. Okay, that's different. Can't count on that. But the decision came down to some people who's running it. One didn't want it, the other one did, and it came down to a decision. And I'm just saying, the decision is impartial, but you got a point, right? You got a point. We talked about it. I'm going to talk about the point in the bottom half of the hour about your point, and I agree with you. You in business, this cannot happen. Now, I wish I could have you in the real world. We would send out the text. We would send out you send us our email, and we would send you the link so you could be here in the reality world. But we have to talk to you in the metaverse. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, man. Now, I've been after you for some years. Every time it gets around nationals, it's always something coming up. From how you pick your divisions in the national game, the riot squad situation, that was one. Now this year is what are you going to do with the Brooklyn Chiefs? What are you going to do with the Brooklyn Chiefs? And I think I think the decision, if the decision was the decision to pass what you call it I wouldn't say a fine, but the decision to the judgment that came down for what just did do, a decision came down, and if it wasn't, when did it come? I'm just learning about it. When did the decision to come down? Did it come before UTL invited them in, or y'all were just waiting to them to wither in in their independent season? Because they said it was a decision that came down, which I thought was fair too. Because if that decision would have went the right way, you know what I'm saying, that we would have the service of the Brooklyn Chiefs playing in Big Tri-State. We're gonna talk about that too. When we get Courtney on in the verse in the megaverse, we're gonna talk about that. We just setting it up. Those who call me up, I'm telling you right now, let them phone ring hot. Let them phone rings off the hook. 718-717-9618. That's 718-717-9618. Call me at 8:30. Call me at 8:30. We want to open them up at 8:30, get them ready for you when we join the Megaverse for the first time. Now, we never been in this world, but this is the first time we doing it, and we have to do it for those guests that's hard to reach, and they got the stories we need to get out there and everything. Them guests is hard to reach, and we just got to go into the virtual and tell a story like it is. Tell a story, tell her what I know. You call up and tell me what you know, and we put all the story together until the person call us up to challenge what's being said. And that's it. Now, the story really is, me personally, I respect both sides of it. It is a two-sided story. And I'm going to start off with this, and it starts back in the day between, what I'm saying, when the Big Apple was young and they had the weighted situation going, is weighted, and all the teams joined in, and it was kumbaya and everything, the good games and everything. And some people decided to say, I want to start my own league. But they didn't start the same product, even though youth football games was the topic and the same thing. It was the unlimited weight they went into. And I think that was a very clever move at the time. I asked Courtney, did he believe in that product? Because he should have made that move before they did. But he said he wasn't ready to make that move to unlimited. And I don't think they believed in the product. So the people that believed in the product, and Just Hall was one of them, when they start their own thing, which was the unlimited situation. Right? We're gonna set the story. And Courtney feels that now you are a competitor. Now you turn into be a competitor. Okay. No, I don't think you was a competitor. Me personally, I don't think you was a competitor at that point, because teams, organizations got the option to stay weighted or to go unlimited. So it's like Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. They look the same, but it's a different product. It's how your taste buds is, and like that. Oh, I just stay with Coca-Cola, or I go to this new Dr. Pepper thing. But that was a different thing. And then, they flourished. Coming to present time, back in, I think, 2019, Big Apple went through a transition. They said, this weighted situation is not working. Let's go to the unlimited situation, which they got an option to do that. Now, at the time, Empire was in the flux. They was in the flux. Some of the leaderships they went their separate ways, and there was a lot of things going on. I remember I was doing a show back in 2020. The first one was reporting it to lead was Bill from the Titans. He left, and then it was another fell, and then Rockaway Ravens left, and then when the Chief was leaving, it hit the fan, and like the whole floodgates opened up. The Chief left. It wasn't a decision. The Just had his own situation going on. He wasn't present at the time when it went down, and that fluctuation in that 2021, and Big Apple got steamed. They opened up they big tri-state situation, and they running. They up and running because they've been doing it for a long time. It's just that they just turned they criteria is from the weighted to the unlimited. So I mean, it's not drawing no line. It's not taking away for anybody. One league was on their way out. The other one was on their way up, and that's the way it is. And we just talking business now. We just talking business, you know? So, you know, at getting to the present time, everything out, we in 2022, 2021, very remarkable year for Big Tri-State. First year, you know, the Jersey factor, everything. The Chiefs had a marvelous season. They came up and won 4 chips in 4 different divisions. Very, very good. Very, very, very good season. You know, and this is what I agree, you know, just felt, I'm speaking, like, according to his interview, he felt that he can explore. And I think he has the right to explore. But in the same situation, and he understands his error, that he should have just let them know, because once you do that, you become a competitor. You're not a service person anymore. You are my competition. I have to treat you differently. I have to treat you differently. I have to, you know, I can't, certain things, you know, things like that. So, you know, I hoping he understood it, you know, because I feel that, yes, he's right. He should have gave him heads up on what he was going to do. But, you know, in the midst of building and things like that, you know, lines were crossed. I'm not saying it was his fault or whatever, but when you move in a certain way, you want to move in a certain way, you know, you got to be forthwith, and that's what it is. Now, let's start on what happened after that. Now, I investigated it. I talked to the people from Big Tri-State. I talked to Courtney, you know, and they say they want the Chiefs. Commissioner Tyrone Franklin, they want the Chiefs. I want to believe them face value, but I'm starting to see they say something face value and they do something physical different. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You can't split the two. They're all the same, right? They're all the same. So you got to see in the business, like I said last week, the business of Big Tri-State is to accumulate all the best teams as possible to play in their league, to service them. Period. Now, the Chiefs product is too big to not invite. Now, you have to, is order here. Order in the foundation, you know, if we don't have order and teams get to do what they want to do, you don't want to have structure, you don't have anything. Now, he did something. You don't know if I'm servicing him or he's a competitor, and that in business, that's real. That's real. Like, you're going to be treated different once you become a competitor, you know, and it's very simple. And this is why I don't really like leagues. This is why I don't like leagues controlling by organizations, because number one, organization is going to do what's best for them first. Always. It's no fair and impartial. Somebody that got an organization had ties to a league, they're going to do stuff for them first. And that's just evident. That's even evident in this situation. So it happened. The man came forward. He apologized, right? He said on the show in his own words he was willing to pay the tax. Now that got me starting to look. When he said he was willing to pay the tax, he apologized and he was willing to pay the tax. And I said, what was the tax? I got a call from an anonymous source from Big Tri-State, said it was a tax. It was. And the tax was between 2 to 3 years. Then they was going to let them back inside, let them back in the league. And when did that tax came up? And that's the thing I'm trying to get tonight. Call us up. Anybody got information? When was that offer? Before UTL called them, or before UTL called them, or afterwards? Because if it was before UTL called them and just said no, then okay, that's what it is. They brought out the olive branch. They said, yo, they care about the game. They didn't want to Because what's at play here, like I said, is the kids that block and tackle in the game, that plays, the coaches that coach, and the parents that support it financially. It ain't about some dudes that running it and they feelings and their egos. It's not about that. They got to put that aside. They cannot get in the way of the organization servicing kids and the league making sure the game is right and the game is what it is. The league responsibility is the game, period. Servicing organizations and the game, making sure that is right. And I'm always going to say that. And sometimes when you pass decisions, you got to see who are you hurting? Who are you hurting? And the reason why I'm saying this, the season is going to be over. We're going into the playoffs, Big Tri-State playoff. The season is going to be over in a few weeks. They have the Super Bowl coming up in Rutgers on the 20th, and they're going to have a championship. They're going to have a champion of Big Tri-State. So it's done. It's done. What I'm here tonight is to talk about nationals. That has nothing to do with the regular season. I'm going to point out tonight the inconsistency of nationals. And I have a lot of them. I talked to Courtney about it. I said, I suggested that it will be a good olive branch to let the Brooklyn Chiefs have the option to go into your open bracket in UYFL. I was told, not from Courtney, but I was told from other people in Big Tri-State, no. I said, why not? I was told by the same person that's telling me no, that they didn't really care about nationals. And as long as the open bracket is a non-member bracket, it's a non-member bracket, and anybody can come. I was told that, but just go to AYF. I'll say, no, I got a dozen teams that was part of AYF that was ranked, was put in the national tournament. And they was seated in D1 and D2 divisions. I got a list right here. That was AYF. A whole list. This is the inconsistency that I'm going to talk about. You can't say something to me and do something else. I see what you do. I watch what you do. And then you come on, and I respect you, call me off the phone, Milt, this and that. But no, come on air and stick by your word. Let's make it public record. Stick by your word. If you mean what you say, you will come on the air. Just already came on the air and said what he said. It's not about what, it's about having the option to do it like the other teams last year that was part of AYF. They had the option. They're not asking to be seated D1, D2. It'll be fine if you do it. We're going to talk about all the inconsistencies. The teams that was allowed and teams that wasn't allowed. I was told in a laughing matter, those teams didn't start a league. No, come on now. Stop. You punished. I mean, I don't like to say punish, but you already made a decision on Just decide. I don't know. We still find out about that when that decision came down. Before UTL called them or after you called them. When did that decision came down? Then that's when we're going to say something about Just decision. If it came down before, then okay, Just, you should have took that deal. You would have been in Big Tri-State. But if it came afterwards, well, y'all waited till UTL picked them up. What was y'all waiting for that? That decision should have came right away. If it was fair and impartial. If only one person made this move. Now you're punishing the kids that play the game. You're not giving them an opportunity to to challenge, to defend a championship locally. That's one. Okay. Hey, it happens. It happens. It happens. I'm not blaming Big Tri-State for that. Depends on when the decision came down. But we're gonna find out about it. And I'm not, Courtney had the right, to say, hey, you are my competitor. We're gonna treat you differently. That's the deal. That's business. You have the right to say that. And this is what happens. But if they considered it, if they say, okay, this team is too big to not keep out the party. They got 6 divisions. They got over 200 kids, coaches and everything, well-run organization. We can't keep them out. We want that team. We want to service that team. And they said, Just, we want to service you. But here's this decision. So we know we're going to have you. We know we're going to have you here. You're not going nowhere. I don't think that's trying to control you. No, I think that's trying to tell you that we want you, but we got to make sure you don't go away. You gotta, Tennessee are playing them away games. And we can't have that. And I get it. So I get the decision that came down for the season. Yeah, done. Okay, bye. See you later. But the Nationals, and then the reason that they telling me, come on now, guys, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Just like I said, we're gonna have Courtney Collins in the metaverse. and about but we're gonna go on a commercial break about the bottom half of the hour, 8:30. The call lines are gonna be open to ask any questions. I'm gonna try to translate it because in the metaverse, a lot of interference and everything is a whole different dimension and everything. So we gotta get the translation, and I'm gonna answer the questions that God's gonna call on. Just like I said, if you want this thing, if you want your questions to be answered, call up. Not me talking about it, as I told you. I'm here for you. I'm here for my viewers. Don't call me up. Mill, come on. See me on the field. Come on, and you got to say something. No, I need the support. Call up. 8:30. The phone line's gonna be open. As nobody calls in, we ending it. That's it. I did my part. Now you got to come in on it. We're gonna have fun tonight. All right, let's go to commercial break. We'll be back with Courtney Collins in the metaverse.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
what's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties. Place your sports events and games on NY for NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY for NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
We're back, NYC Youth Sports. I gotta do something. I gotta play something so I know, you know what I'm saying, we can go through the motions and get them in. We got them up on the screen yet, Joe? We still, you know, let me see. I gotta.
There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known. It is a dimension. Of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the metaverse. Welcome, 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 man. We got Courtney Pollins in the metaverse. You on the screen? Yeah, it's a little bluzzy. You know, we had to get the right frequency because we in another dimension, a whole nother dimension, and we got some questions to ask him. We love to have him in the reality dimension, but it didn't work out like that. It worked out the way it was, you know. So it is what it is. All right, we're gonna continue. Welcome. I have to translate for him, you know, because the frequency comes in to my ear very low, so I have to translate for him. The call lines are open, people. The call lines are open if you want to talk to Mr. Pollin. He's open for questioning through me. It's like a seance a little bit. He's open. And I like to say welcome, you know, and we're in the mega world. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It seems like your team as playoff bound, man. We could talk about that a little bit, man. You got 8U, 9U, 10, 11, and 13 all going for the, you know, starting on the road to Ruckus. How you feel about that? You know, yeah, okay. You know, I like that non-U chances. You know, it's a rough bag. You lost a lot of kids, right? Oh, okay. You know, and well, he says that, you know, he just is just moving along another season and everything, and hoping that, you know, he gets some success in the playoffs. All right, okay. We like to get at it. And we glad you're here. It's been a couple of seasons, a couple of years. We trying to get you on the show on a couple of issues that we feel like you should answer. You know, I want, you know, we talked off the air, and you gave me a little comments about the just interview last week. You made some points, and you know, we're not even gonna get into, you know, the reason of the season. I just want to know, you know, when did that decision come down to fine him, to let him pay like 2 or 3 year league fee for him to come down? When did that decision come in play? Did that decision come in play before UTL wanted to service them, or after? You don't know nothing about that? Okay, I mean, it came sources right from Big Tri-State that, you know, they did try to throw out the olive branch to Justin. They offered him a little penalty from making sure that he, you know, he stays in place. We can have his services for 2 or 3 years. I think that's fair. That's fair because, you know, if he goes and do his own thing, he become a competitor, and you got products and things to work, you know, other teams to service, and you know, you don't want to come into a competition of people doing that. I get it's business. Yeah. Okay. You didn't know anything about that. You know anything about it. You don't know when that came down or anything. Well, he said, no, you don't know anything about it. Call up. Anybody got any questions? Call up. Just like I said, you got Uncle Mill out here. And you told me y'all was gonna call up. So call up and join the conversation. I'm gonna keep asking some questions or some things. So let's make it this exception, man. Like, this national thing, right? And then we talked about it, and you said to me, you would be glad to have the service of them, but you have to make, make a ruling, and the ruling is for the season. And I feel that the season gonna be over in a few weeks, and he wasn't serviced to buy you guys this year, but I feel that your national tournament is coming, and with the competition of battle and these other tournaments that pops up around the time your tournament, you want to get the best teams. You want to get the best team in your tournaments, not only teams that you service that was a member of your local league. You want to get other teams in it. That's just good business to me. It came to my knowledge that like you told me, like they can go to AYF, and I'm saying, okay, they have the option to go to AYF. And are you saying to them that you don't want them in the open bracket? That's what you're saying to them? Yeah, but a lot of teams that was with AYF, right? Because his answer was, I gotta answer his answer. His answer is he's an AYF. He's being serviced by AYFs. Okay, now if a lot of teams that was an AYF, and I have a bunch of them sitting right here, that you serviced them in UYFL tournament. They was AYF property, and they decide to go to your tournament. And some was seeded D1 and some was seeded D2. I got a bunch of names. Not only the Brooklyn Saints, that was AYF last year, even though they was the year before that, they was in UYFL. And I got the reason, the answer to that was they was in UYFL last year. So we put them in, this year, even though they was in AYF last year, we decided to put them in the D1 bracket, in the D1 bracket. Now the Chiefs was in UYFL last year. Why they don't get that play? Why can't they get the option? You gave the Dowell Jags. They was in D1 last year. We're gonna say a bunch of teams. I got a bunch of them here. They was D1 last year in your bracket. The Brooklyn Saints was D1 last year in your bracket, but they was AYF the same year. The year Southfield Falcons was an open bracket. PME was D1. Flower City was D2. The open bracket Edison Edison Knights was in the open bracket, right? Royal Hornets Elite was in the open brackets. Grade A Elite, even though they independent, but they I think they had a problem with AYF. They wasn't, I don't know, they was throwing out or whatever situation they were, but they was D1 last year. And even the people that's Dark Knight, they was Woodbridge last year, and they was in the open bracket. See the teams that was in the open bracket, they were allowed to come, and they was AYF last year. Why can they go into the open bracket? It was told to me by that it didn't mean anything, and I think they should join it. They should be able to allow. Now I'm saying that I'm saying this. There's people, right? That are on the Brooklyn Chiefs. This ain't coming from Just. Just already said it. He didn't, he gonna do what he gotta do. You're not gonna hurt him and anything, it's over with. That's it. But there's players, there's coaches, there's parents who supported it financially. Also going to support going down to Florida in your tournament financially, is saying what's up. That's what they're saying, what's up. They don't want calling me, and they don't want talking to me on the field, and things like that. They just want to have the option to do what these other teams done. And that's it. That's it. That's it. I think they should have the option like the other teams. I think the fine or whatever the disqualify, whatever you want to call it, came down. I think that was serviced already. They was out your league, but now we talking about a national product, and you got teams that was not in your league or not, not in your league or not even in UIFL, and you're allowing them to come in. You allow them to come in right now. They brought across my desk that in the Midwest is already seeding D1 and D2 teams. They're already coming in. I don't know if you can answer that. I know you probably the director of a certain thing. I think you was 51% shares of it. So I mean, you almost the owner. Matter of fact, you one of the owners of it. So, we wanted your service, to say. So we talking to you in the mega world. We have to do it this way because, they don't say anything. But we did have a conversation off the air. And I'm just going to talk about what we talked off the air, if you don't mind. Oh, no reply. No reply. No reply to all these teams that was serviced by AYF, but they was in your tournament last year. That and nothing to say. All right, now we gonna hold these phone lines open to 9 o'clock. The people that wanted this to happen, you better call in, or this phone lines or this show is gonna end real fast. While we waiting for this phone to ring for the questions and talking about it, we're gonna go into what's going on this week. We got a couple of playoffs games in Big Tri-State, and it's gonna be. We got a couple of them. We was waiting for the times. I heard the times are out. Where I'm going, I think I'm gonna do. Where I'm going, we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Waiting for these phone lines to ring. And come up with these questions. Because I put out what I see, what the information that I feel that it is. But if you really want it, then you don't want it, it's not gonna happen. That's it. We got an 8U game, October 29th, Saturday. You got the first playoff game, Big Tri-State. I don't know. This is Northeast, whatever how they break it up. Harlem Jets and Brooklyn Saints at 8U. Good game, going to be Hempstead. That's 8U. What I got here? I got this wrong. Yeah, Hempstead against Jamaica Bulldogs in a show in Brooklyn Renegades at 8U. Yeah, I got it written wrong right here. 9U, when he's gonna find the games, he's got to go on pay attention on that. They got the games out on Apple Yo page or the NYC page. They got the times and everything of the games. We got the Brooklyn Renegades and the Harlem Jets, Jamaica Bulldogs, and which gonna be a good game. We got one call coming in. All right, just like I said. Let's get it in. Sports Show, can I help you? Sports Show, can I help you? Hello? Hello? I gotta click it in. Hello? What's going on? Can I ask who this is? But all right. What do you got to say about the national situation, or do you got anything to say about anything? The situation. You can't hear it? Hold on a second. Hold on, sir. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear it? All right, let's start all over, man. Uncle Milt didn't turn up the knob. All right. You a parent on what team and what division your kid plays?
Brooklyn Chiefs 12U, Brooklyn Chiefs 12U.
Okay, Brooklyn Chiefs 12U. And you don't gotta say your name, you're a parent.
Yeah, we keep it like that. What I was saying was basically, like you said, you had mentioned to Courtney that, as parents, we had supported this cause, for the past 3-4 years that I was on the Brooklyn Sun. He definitely loved the program. I actually like the program. I love how it was ran when we got out there. Like I said, this year, we got back and we're not in Big Apple, and we really didn't get like a full explanation on why we wasn't in Big Apple, what was going on. And then it was like, all right, cool. Well, we found, and it is what it is. But, coming towards the end, it's like, all right, cool. Will we be able to go to UIFL? How come we can't go to UIFL? Then, like you just said, he said that we're serviced by AYF. But last year, we faced a team, and I could say it for myself, my kids faced a team that was serviced by AYF.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to AYF and came to UIFL and ended up damn near almost winning.
I'm gonna ask you this. I feel whatever happened in the season, your president would make the information known to him. What I could say, and if you watched the show last week, it was a move that he made. He didn't notify them, and then he became a competitor. So they act on that. That's a violation in business and anything. So they act on that. Yeah, they act on that in the regular season, and they didn't have his services. Now, the thing is that they this is what they say, because just like I say, the Chiefs are too big to not come to the party. You want to service that team. You know what I'm saying? So the deal is this. What happened when the decision came down? It was something that they was gonna fine him for pay the league fee in advance for 2 to 3 years. And they said he said no, but when did they offer them that? They offered him after he got picked up by UTL, and he made a commitment to be in a league, and this is it. But we don't know, and we hoping that Courtney can answer it, and when did that happen and everything.
We passed to being in Big Apple. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The season that happened already. Let's go national. National is coming up. These boys want to play UIFL. Let's what's the explanation to these boys? You can't not give them an explanation. What's the reason why these boys can't go to UIFL?
Yeah.
And it can't be because they wasn't in Big Apple, because millions of teams over the years, because I also played for the Brooklyn Chiefs in 2003. So I know that teams who don't make regionals, they backdoor is UIFL. Yeah.
It's a tournament. Is it because let's say AYF, their tournament is a little bit lengthy, saying then you got the service of battle, and that's definitely a competitive national tournament, and UIFL is much more reachable, because if you're not a member, you can go into the non-member bracket, and that's for anybody. So I'm like, you can't make that rule saying that you got other teams from UIFL there. And last year you had a bunch of service UIFL, and they was,
like I said, my team we lost to one of them teams.
Yeah.
That lost their regional, they state championship, came in the D1 bracket, and they ended up going to the Wildcats.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact. That's an AYF team.
Yeah. And
so what's the explanation on?
And we trying to get.
We're not even asking to go D1, D2.
No, that's not going
to go in the open bracket.
Nah. You just because of the game and it's national. This got nothing to do with personal. The personal thing was answered. You didn't have the service of them for the year, but you should be allowed, right? You shouldn't be a personal decision. You want to get the best teams in your tournament. That's it. You can't drop the ball on that.
I remember before in the beginning of the season for Big Apple, they said that it was a vote. find out it wasn't no vote. It was just that and the third. So like,
You can't.
Can we get an actual vote to go to national?
You can't. No, you listen, man. It's an impartial. If you ask another organization that competing with you, they competing with the Brooklyn Chiefs. They got to compete with the Brooklyn Chiefs, and one person might make a selfish decision. Now I don't want to play them. No, get them out of here.
Right.
You can't leave it up to them. It's have to be. If you want me, let's get this out the way. Big Tri-State product is very good. I support it, but the people running it keep telling me it's fair and impartial, and I keep seeing it. I keep seeing surface moves.
Yeah. 101%.
You keep telling me it's fair and impartial. Where's it at? Show it to me. You can't ask another team. No, they're gonna say no. They're gonna say, I don't know. The vote was secret. At least let me be into the vote to see that it was real. No, Uncle Milk don't get access to that because I'm gonna tell it the truth.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I'm here to speak the truth, impartial or not. That's what the show is. My viewers, like yourself, looking at the show and you want answers. And that's
so
what it is.
So my question is to Mr. Collins is,
Okay.
What's the reason why my boys can't get into UIFL?
Hold on, let me translate that in the metaverse. Hold on, let me translate that. See what he says. Right. All right. Now, okay. Now he said, I'm going to repeat what he said to me. He just said it again. Well, what's wrong going to AYL? That's what he said to me. It's not too late, Courtney. It's not too late to get out the mega world and come to the real reality so we can hear your real answer. That's what he said to me. What's wrong with AYF? They have the option.
It's nothing wrong with AYF, just like the other teams that he's servicing.
Yeah, Courtney, you got to give him the.
AYF. Some people don't make AYF, and then they end up in UIFL. He ends up servicing them.
You can't
asking why we don't get that option.
Courtney, you can't have an open bracket, and it's proven. Last year, you serviced a bunch of AYF teams, and you had them in your D1 and D2 bracket. That's evident. Now you say, "Oh, what's wrong with AYF?" It's nothing. They just want to have the option. They, no one's begging you. I'm saying they should be able to have the option like the other teams.
If you have people calling up, we want a real answer. We're not gonna get the beating around the bush that we've been getting all year. Why we can't get a real?
I've been getting that every year. I've been getting that every year ever since what is D1, D2, the rider squad situation. I'm getting that all the time. I get the beat around the bush answer.
So that's the point that you're doing this question and answer for no reason.
Well, I want to have a platform for you and the other callers to call up to get some kind of clarification on what's going on. We trying to satisfy, because people they may not think that, but people have been approaching me it's like I said, call up. I'm gonna do it, but I want to hear from you, and I appreciate you hearing from you. And I'm waiting for the next caller. Waiting for the next caller, and the call up and tell me your concerns. And it is what it is. Now it ain't too late. Mr. Parent. It ain't too late.
All right, man.
All right. So I appreciate you calling. We're gonna hold the phone lines open. I'm gonna continue to read off what teams are playing this week in the playoffs and let the next phone call ring. And then we continue. Right. Thank you.
All right, man. All right. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button for me. Yeah. Just like I'm saying, man, we're gonna keep talking about it as long as you keep calling in. You keep calling in, we talk about it. If you don't call in, Uncle Milk is out of here. I know, guys. I don't want, my show is open for impartial talk. If you feel like Yeah, here's another one. Let's see what's up. Here's another one. Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Hello, how you doing, man? I don't want you don't have to say your name, but who your parent, coach, or
Coach,
your coach? What division you coach?
11U.
11U. Okay, we're not gonna say no names. So you coach division 11U. What's on your mind tonight?
I want we need is the open bracket is placed for teams who didn't compete and who weren't in the actual league.
Repeat that again.
The open bracket on the website is for anybody who want to basically compete.
Yes,
It's
yes,
not about.
yes.
So how are we being denied an open bracket? It's open. Open to everybody, open to the public. You don't even have to send your roster until you get there.
Yeah, but like the last caller, we try to ask Courtney in the Megaverse that question. He said, "What's wrong with AYF?"
So basically, that wasn't the answer he gave. You didn't answer the question. It was another question.
Okay, what's the next question?
That's basically what we want to know.
Yeah, it is. It is an open bracket. It's an open bracket for non-members. Anybody can join.
So we're a member, and we're being denied access to maybe the best teams coming out of the city is being we representing the city as a whole.
Until you get beat on the field, with the city teams, you are the best team coming out the city.
For sure.
For sure. You got 4 chips in the big tri-state.
Not the best organization, I should say.
Well,
pound for pound.
Well, hey, okay. Okay.
It's not one team, it's an organization.
Yeah, you're up there. You're up there in that top.
No,
you're definitely up there on that top.
Top.
Okay.
Top.
All right, okay. All right.
Organization, there's no way, maybe in the state, if you want to be technical, there's no way we don't get the option to go open. We extended the invite to the foreigners stuff from other states.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know you're part of that 11U team. Your guys played a lot of games around the state. I talked to Malik. He's
you mean around the nation, not the
around
state,
okay, I'm sorry, around the nation. Stand correct. Around the nation. I was talking to Malik earlier the other day, and they might have an outside chance to get a battle invite. We hoping that happen. We should know at the end of the week or something if it's going to be, he said to me that he got contact with the, people that battle, and they talked to him a little bit. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping that happens. If not, then, we wish you guys luck. We want to see you guys play on the national level. It's all about you having an option where you want to go. If you get the battle invite, you're gonna go to battle. You have UYFL open bracket as an option, or you have AYF stuff as the option.
If we say we ain't football for the kids, right? That's from everybody be promoting that.
Yeah. Huh?
And then it comes down. Everybody promote they ain't football for the kids, for this, for that, right?
Well, let's get some.
No, I didn't finish what I was saying.
But let's get some clarification.
Everybody said it was in youth football for the kids, right?
Yeah. But let's get some clarification on that. I'm gonna make clear on that. Yeah.
Clear it.
All right. So the deal is this: like everybody use that. We for the kids. We for the kids. Right now, no. The thing is this: I want to clarify. The league's business is 100% is servicing the organization that service the kids and the parents. You understand? That's the breakdown, right? Now, the league 100% responsibility is the game. The game, period. Making sure it's safe, it's being officiated right. The team's registration and everything, certification, everything is straight, and make the game safe and impartial and competitive. Period. That's their 100% responsibility. So I feel.
Do you feel like the league is competitive as it was last year?
Well, I feel it would. I feel to me, I like what they got this year, but with the Chiefs, it would have been.
That's not the question I asked.
Yeah, what's the question you said? Yeah.
Without the Chiefs, is it was last year?
I'm gonna listen. Me, because I'm on the media side of it. I want something to talk about. I want to put one against the other, right?
Are you going to answer?
Listen, hold on.
It's a yes or no question.
Oh,
I don't
no,
need to beat it around the bush. I need a
no,
yes or no
no,
answer.
no. I mean, listen,
Not the political preference.
I can't listen. Listen, it can't. You can't ask me that question
Why can't I?
because I want it perfect.
That's not an answer. Should
Yeah,
you say the same-
I want no.
you
I
got the same answer?
listen.
Yeah,
No. I'm not. I want it perfect. Do you understand? Yes, I want the Chiefs to be in, regardless what.
That's not the answer. That's not the question I asked you.
The question you asked it,
you.
is it competitive? If it could be perfect with them in it. How about that?
That's not you should have answered.
I gotta listen. I gotta.
That's not what I asked you. Is the
I
league
can't answer that because it's gonna be impartial. I can't answer that question. I'm just telling you for real. I'm saying because I want it perfect. I want it perfect.
So maybe
I want the Chiefs to be in it. And I want the. But the deal is this.
Realistically, we not in the league right now. So us playing the championship game or whatever, yeah, playoffs, we understand that. But to deny a team to enter the open bracket after you're
This is what we
several thousand teams.
But this is what we talking about, brother. This is what we talking about, coach.
No, that's not what. And I asked a separate answer. I changed the narrative. And you didn't give me an answer, so now I'm back to the regular schedule program.
We don't run away from questions. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we do.
We not. No, we not. Listen. Let me apply to that first question.
Now, if you're not answering, I don't need to explanation.
No, I can't answer it with a simple yes or no because I'm the meat. No, because I got to listen. I got to accept what it is. I don't make the rules.
That's not the question.
But I have an opinion. I have an opinion on a media level.
I didn't ask you for opinion. I asked you for a fact. What do you think? Is it better with or without?
I'm saying, yeah, I want to see the Chiefs play GA. I want to see the Chiefs play the Dark Knights. I want to see the Chiefs play. I want to see Chiefs play the show. I want to see the Chiefs play Hempstead. Yes. They're not there. They're not there. They're not there.
A few of them.
So to me to say, they missed far as competitive wise, yes, they missed, but the show goes on. The show goes on, just like I said.
Really?
Yes, it does.
Really go on? No, I don't really.
Yeah, well, you
the same show. Look at the stands. I've been to the games. Look at the stands.
Yeah.
The Chiefs bring the crowd out.
I'm not going to deny that, brother.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm giving you
facts. I'm not.
No,
you are. No, you are. I'm not denying what you're saying.
I'm giving you facts.
I'm just a wrong.
The champion is all red. It's sea of red.
I asked that question to Tyrone Franklin. I asked that question to Courtney Pollard. I asked that question. How you going to do this without the Chiefs?
I called Courtney a few times. Supposed to call me back. You know, who knows how that goes. You know how that goes.
But Mill, they broke a rule. They broke a rule, so we got to govern. Okay, that's the season. Now we talking about nationals.
The open bracket is open.
No, that has nothing to do with nationals, bro. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let's get it right. We here to talk about nationals. The season is over.
And I said, you didn't hear what I don't think you listened. I said they closed the open bracket.
They can't close the open. How are you gonna close the open bracket?
They can. They close.
How can they close it? This is backroom politics BS. They can't close the open bracket. Come on.
If they tell you blatantly you can't go, the open is closed.
The open bracket is closed online.
For us.
No. Can you register?
Can the Chief register? No.
Oh, we here to try to fix that.
Why would we register and come down there then be denied?
No. We ain't going to no. You're not going on a protest. You're going to be invited. You're going to be allowed to come. This is why we got this show tonight.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You don't understand what I say. Well, I say, listen, at the end of the day, we have options.
Yeah.
Why not go AYF? Nobody's ducking AYF.
Listen.
We've been going to UIFL for the last few years, and we got personal things out there. That's why I'm really vested in it. 11, we lost last year the game right before the Nationals in a great double overtime game. coaches, you know, we looking forward to that. It's not it's a vested interest. It's not about the league. If we got personal vendetta to city, with teams out there.
Hey, listen.
And why would you not want your best product?
Well, we asked all of that, right? The deal is this.
So
No,
what's the point of
hold on a
calling
second.
in on this if
Hold
we're
on a
not
second.
getting no-
Hold on a second, man. You listen, man.
Nah, I'm talking. You not letting me finish.
hold
I
on.
want to finish what I'm saying. You trying to dominate.
Well, hold on a second, because
I'm not finished my thought. Can I finish what I was saying? Then you finish.
Okay, say
the person finish the thought.
say the last thing so I can continue with the next call.
Right. So like I was saying, now go to the next call. I'm not.
All
Go to
right.
the next call.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Calling in.
Thanks a lot, calling though. What I was trying to say to the young man, to the coach, is this: the season is over. Whatever happens, what the violation or whatever, it was something passed down. That's done. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it that I feel that they should be allowed to come into the open bracket in UIFL. Right? I'm getting texts. I wish people call in. Call in 718-717-9618. Please, let's talk. We got to talk about this on the air. Can't read and talk at the same time. Oh, wow. There's no 11U bracket in UIFL. Not in the open bracket. Okay. I'm getting that from text messaging. And it just came in. There's no 11U bracket in UIFL open. So that's one. But you still got 12 and 13. You know. But the deal is this: is that they should be allowed to come in the open bracket. I got that the open bracket was open to non-members, and it wasn't really acknowledged like that and everything. So we getting some texts in, and I don't know why nobody's calling. Just call in, man. Just call in. Call in. I'm glad to hear from you. Now, he mentioned about they get the biggest crowds and things like that. You know, we know the Rare Breed game was nice and everything. Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. Sports Show, can I help you?
What's up?
Hello. I want to ask you,
Hello?
are you a coach, a parent?
Coach, loving you.
Coach 11U? Okay. Coach 11U. All right, we got another caller coming in, but we make that call after this one. We're gonna take that call after this one, or I'll call you back. All right. What's your question, Coach?
My question is to Courtney, why we not getting the option like everyone else to go to UFYL?
Well, he said to me, you know, in our telephone call, is that AYF is open. I don't know what that.
What that mean? That's not no answer.
That you're right. That's not an answer, and that's not an answer. And I'm kind of thinking that's a little biased. Listen, you know,
it is biased. It's super biased.
I also asked him, is that you should want all the good teams from your area in your tournament, period.
Right. Period.
You got the show. They gonna be there. You got the Hempstead is gonna be there. Dark Knight is gonna be there.
Right.
GA is gonna be there. That's all in your league. And just having the Brooklyn Chiefs there is a constellation.
Right.
Now, last year, the Brooklyn Saints 10U was allowed to be seeded D1, and there was AYF last year. There was AYF last year, and they were seeded D1. The request from your coaches, your kids, and your parents, the ones that want to have, they just want to have the option. They want to have the option to participate in an open bracket. They're not asking to be seated. They're not asking to be D1, D2. They want to just be in an open bracket. That's what you want. I feel, just like I said, I'm gonna say it all night. I feel that's a reasonable request.
Right.
I feel the business of having national tournaments is to get the best of the best.
That's a fact.
In your tournament. Battle does it. You got the other ones, the other ABC ones that does it. You know, it's a competitive thing down in Florida. So you want to have the service of them. Why wouldn't you turn around? It's a financial benefit. I just question people, you know, like I question that, like, yo, why would you want that? It's a win-win for you.
Right. And a lot of our parents like going down there to UFYL.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like that he got a personal problem with just the Chiefs alone by itself.
It's
Mo better if somebody asks to go in, he gonna automatically.
Yeah, I mean, yes, of course, because he wants them in the league. He wants them in any local team.
Why would you put the best? Why would you put the best out there in your tournament? Because we still got unfinished business out there to handle.
Bro, listen,
And he know that.
they didn't beat you on the field, so you know they gotta take care of that locally. You guys won. You won handily, you know, and they didn't beat you on the field. It's no such thing as like, you know, your guys are the defending champion. You won it on the field. Right. They gotta lose it on the field. That's how I feel.
Right.
But they figured that out. They're gonna figure that out. They're gonna figure that out locally. But right now,
because he's not giving the answers that we want.
But the deal is this. The deal is this. Now, they say, right? The feeling that comes out of it last season, when we leave this state, we all won. It's all New York, right? Right? That's what they say. They say that we all together, we all support each other, everything. What the Riot Squad did 2 years ago was remarkable. It was remarkable that they showed up on Sunday and they got probably one of the worst seedings. The worst seedings in the bracket. And we're not going to talk about that. They got there Sunday, they played that night. And they had a back-to-back.
Right.
And they had to play a day rest, play another game, and then 1 day rest in the championship on Friday. Unscored on a remarkable one. I remember it. They were saying, no, it's just 14U. I got that story right. It was 14U D1. The first team on an unlimited scale D1. That was remarkable. That was remarkable. So, you know, I understand there was a Brooklyn Braves and they have a problem with Big Apple and they was throwing out, but they was able to come back. They was able to go to the Brooklyn Saints and come back as the 14U and they was able to go to Nationals. I'm going to put up all the points. I'm going to put up all the points tonight, for real.
As you should.
I'm going to be fair and impartial.
As you said, he gotta be fair as well. He just said, that's like being corny. You know what I'm saying? You doing it, you trying to punish us.
Yeah.
But whatever business I got going on, you trying to punish the kids.
Let's get the kids, leave the kids out of it. Leave the kids out of it.
Right.
Don't punish the game.
Right.
I'm holding that against you. Don't punish the game. You don't got the right to do that. You don't own the game.
Right.
The game is owned by all of us. We the viewers. The parents pay for it. The kids sacrifice their bodies. They block and tackle. One person cannot make decision like that. Don't punish the game.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to come out with. That's 100% dumb. So, yo, Malik, man, call me on the podcast line. Coach Malik called in on the other phone. Call me on the podcast line. Yeah. So
we definitely not scared to go AYF.
I know we working on it. We working on it. And let me get Coach Malik in here. We working on it.
Yeah,
And thanks for calling. Thanks for calling, brother. Coach Malik, what's up?
What's up, man? What's
It's
up?
Coach Malik, 11U, Coach. I'm gonna get to that caller, man. I swear to you, I'm gonna get to that caller right after Malik. We're gonna be very quick. We're gonna take a commercial break, and I'm gonna call you back. I see the other caller coming in. I'm gonna get to you. All right, what's up, Malik?
What's up? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Trying to figure out, man.
Yeah.
Just, a guy trying to be service. If you're a business, why can't I get the service? Why you denying?
You're right, man. We here trying to bring truth to power, man. That's what we here for. You know?
Break those bylaws. All my birth certificates in order.
Yeah.
I got state ID. I got regular state ID.
Mhm.
We got national ID. We got birth certificate. We got all the right things. Books in order. Not only do we have that, we got Shandera and AD who even worked in a board. So, everything is in order. They know.
They ready. You're ready. You're ready. All you gotta do is your application gotta be accepted.
That's all
Not
my application will be.
not throwing in the garbage.
Yeah, that's all I want to know.
Not throwing in the garbage. It's gotta be accepted. Now let's get this right. Because you told me a couple of days ago you're waiting for the final decision. Can you explain that battle situation to us while we got you on the air?
Just a hope and a prayer to represent New York City, and we're hoping that possibly we may get an invite. You never know.
Mhm.
You know how politics work, same as UYFL,
Yeah.
same as AYF.
Yeah.
But as we're gonna do, we're gonna keep marching down the road that we going, keep following. The course that President just has us on.
Mhm.
We're gonna keep following him, but just in case the course didn't go the way that as our president just has got it for us right now, we're gonna keep fighting that course and keep going.
Yeah.
Chart. We're gonna keep doing what we got to do, but if we fall short, we still want to be able to give these kids something.
Yeah.
And that next option would have been UIFL. It would have, in years being, it would have been first. A little discrepancy with that this year. We just trying to find out, what's the service and how can we get service if things fall short.
Yeah. Can I ask this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not AYF?
It's never a why not.
Mhm.
We always want to go with what just got for us. I never want to veer, away from my org or what my president says. So right now, I'm always going to say AYF. We are AYF. We are going to follow the course of what just said. So as of right now, I will say it's not a why not AYF. AYF got some tough competition. They got some dogs in there. We believe we dogs. We're going to keep fighting down that path. But like I said, if we fall short, we will like another option. As everyone else in the nation has,
Is
I've been doing this thing for a while.
Is it true that I said AYF is telling you guys got to play Division I AYF?
We definitely are Division I, or we are gonna play it. We are gonna play D1.
Okay, all right. You just want to have the option to like everybody else.
You just want to have the option.
Yeah.
You never want to look like we bearing.
Yeah.
We're not bearing. We're not running AYF.
Yeah.
We are going AYF. We are gonna do our regionals. We are gonna fight down that path.
Yeah.
But we just want a second option just in case.
Yeah. And
like everyone else in the nation
yes.
has.
Yes.
The best of the best have these options. Clear cut example. Duval Jags, great organization, won a national championship last year in UIFL. They are AYFP. They might have fell short in A last year, and they did come down. And playing UIFL, same as the West Coast team that played our 11U last year was the AYF team. They lost their regional championship. Came down to UIFL, competed hard, and fell short to TME in the national championship. So everyone else in the nation has a second option just in case their first option doesn't work. It's about servicing these kids and giving them a chance.
In the national product, they decide to have an open bracket. Now they can close that open bracket for everybody, and then they service they teams that was in their league. But it's only business to invite people and
Yeah.
to see, yo, come
It's
on,
only
we
business.
come over here. You know, we want you. We want you to go in our local leagues. And that's business. You want to have an open thing to invite.
We didn't in the local league this year. What's those teams in the local league the best? We did go under lights. You know, what's Big Apple the best? No disrespect to them. We have no love lost to certain guys in that org, you know, in the orgs and in the company as Big Apple itself. So we did play this year, but I don't know how, you know, our punishment has extended over.
I think, you know, it's done. It's done because it's a different product. It's a different product when you go to nationals. It's got nothing to do with locally. I got to understand it last year that coming from people in Big Tri-State, that they not stressing that bracket is just not, we don't look at it. We don't care. And, I don't know if the registration is all, sometimes it's put together by a whole bunch of things and y'all want to go that way. Y'all want to go that way. Hey, fine, let them do it. Come on. That's why I said, go. Do it. Why not? It's good business. It's good business. But, and I'm here to say that both Courtney Parlin and Just has a point. And both have the point. They got to govern and, the competitive thing, but, we don't know. Like, do you know when that decision came down to tax Just for 2 or 3 years? League fee? When did that decision came down? Do you know anything about that?
I don't really know about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's between those guys.
Just did say he was willing. Just said he was willing to pay the tax. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find out about this. And then I got a call about it.
Just word is good, man. If Just said he would have paid the tax, and he would have paid the tax. I don't know if that was an option or not.
Yeah.
That was, between those
But
guys.
that tells you whether you could have been in. We couldn't be. This show wouldn't exist if the tax was paid. Y'all be under the service of Big Tri-State.
And even like this, you can't say, we can't say that Just has a gripe against Courtney, because even look at this year alone, the Brooklyn Chiefs played the #1 organization in the world, which is Rare Breed.
Yeah.
And a Big Apple product played that
Yeah,
day.
the Dark Knights. That's true. That's true. The thing, this is the thing. I don't think, honestly, I don't think they don't like each other. No. They I don't know. I don't get that. It's business. No, it's business. And sometimes emotions get in the way of it. It is business, but emotions get in the way of it. And I'm trying to, get that emotion out of there, man. I understand, I understand Courtney lost a lot to the Chiefs this year. We got it. We know, Courtney, come on, man. That's not a Big Tri-State. That's not a Big Tri-State thing right there. Come on, man. You gonna punish them in the nationals? Come on. He lost a lot, man. I understand.
But the thing about New York City,
yeah,
it's kids all over, man.
Yeah. And it happens both ways. It happens both ways.
It happens both ways. And the best thing I can say about Courtney and losing, everything this year, it's been an organization that's fighting for years. Yeah. So every org has their time. And it knows how to build and rebuild. Every organization, the Chiefs even had a time where we had to rebuild. So it's nothing against it. I want to see the Renegades. I want to see them succeed. I want to see. Of course,
no, we don't want the product. No way we want the product to end. But it's part of, I'm not gonna defend parents and kids leaving, or they being poached for coaches leaving. It happens to everybody there, but there's some organizations that does it well. They don't lose. They don't lose, and the Chiefs are one of them. And the guys out on that island by themselves called the show. They prosper. They don't lose no one. They don't lose. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You don't like it. I don't like to say that decision kind of hinder, but we understand your point is valid. Just point is valid. he said sorry, and that's it. And then this thing should just end and say, okay, the open bracket, which is the bracket they don't really care about. They don't really care about that bracket. No, they don't really. Come on, stop. Yeah, they ain't even asked to be seated. They would love to have you seated. They'll love to have you D1.
If you really want to put
Yeah.
Miller,
Yeah.
you see us. You give us the hardest goddamn schedule in Florida.
Like they did the Riot Squad. Like they did the Riot Squad. They had them play. They had them playing 5 hours after they get off the plane. No, you play at 5 o'clock. We just got here.
We all for proving points. I'm all for big games. It's about the kids at the end of the day. Like I said, it's been a year.
Yeah.
The Chiefs survived the year.
Yeah.
We had a great year.
Yeah.
Like, to me, a lot of people thought we wouldn't have been able to do it on a national scale. We wouldn't have been able to survive, and they laughed at us, asked us for games on social media.
Yeah. But
at the end of the day, gave a service, and the kids was able to have a game. And they was able to have games.
All right.
They was able to go all over and travel the country.
All right, let me let you go. I gotta call back another person. And I wish you well. I mean, we would thank you for the call, and we hoping this mention, hoping this reaching Courtney in the megaverse, or reaching Courtney in the reality verse, in the real world. I hope he's listening. We got to put that aside, and it's about the game. Just like I said, y'all guys are 100% responsible about the game. This ain't got nothing to do with this. The organization service the parents and the kids. Your job 100% is to get the game. The game has got to be right. The game has got to be competitive. You got to get the best pieces and put them together and present it on a platform. That's it. All right, thanks, Malik. We're going to go to commercial break. We're going to come back, take a few more calls. Thanks for calling in. And then we're gonna get out of here and end the show. All right.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on?
We back. NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. Uncle Milt. We coming into the bottom half of the hour. And we're going to take a few phone calls. We got another coach on the line. You there? Coach? Hello? Yeah, you there? All right, we back on the air. You a coach? What division? 12U division? All right, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Why you call us today, and what's the question? Yeah, the question that I asked when Courtney, he says, "What's wrong with AYF?" That's what he says, and just like I said, we already discussed a lot of ways why that decision was wrong, because it go against to what the open brackets is about. That's it. It's against it. Like, they have the option. They have the option to do it, and business wise, just like I said, business wise, you want the best in your tournament. Period. You got the competition of battle. You got the competition of all these AYZ tournaments are coming up at this. You want the best. You want the best teams in your area, in your tournament. And if they wasn't in your league, you have an option to double down and put them in your tournament. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, we still trying to find out when that offer was made. Was that offer was made before? Yeah, the vote. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but the vote was a bunch of BS. The deal is this. No. That. Yeah, I got a text from someone saying there's no open bracket for 11U. Yeah, we still finding out that information. We still find out. We still find out that information. We don't know. The deal is this: we don't know the open brackets for anybody. We don't know how many 11U teams might want to join. When you say you got the service of the Brooklyn Chiefs there, you don't know that some people might come in, and believe me, it's a financial gain. It's a financial gain to have the best teams available. Period. I mean, they did. They did it. They did it to the Riot Squad. They had one of the worst. Where they did it, man. Them dudes did it. They played 4 games in 1 week, and it was all tough. It was all tough. Well, this is what we're trying to find out. No, serious. This is what we're trying to find. You got any knowledge about that? Because this is what we're trying to find out. When the offer came in, did you offer the olive branch? Because if you did, because just like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying it, the league is responsible for the game. The league is responsible for the game, not kids and parents. That's what the organization is responsible for. But the league serves the organization, and the league is 100% responsible of the game. Now, when did the offer came in? Because you cannot say no to a product like that. You can't. 6 divisions, over 200 kids, top to bottom coaches and everything. You can't say no to that. Oh, so you got proof. You got proof the offer came afterwards. Yeah. 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 Mm. You got something I can fact check that, man? Somebody that can say when that, when you got a text message, something, and fact check that, like that when the offer came through? Because that's big, man. Yo, Joe, can you listen? Can you hear the caller? Hold on, brother. Joe, we got a little something. We got to make sure we hear you. These super, I got them up. I got them all the way up. You, sir, you talking on speakerphone, or you on your phone? Oh, because I don't know why it's not. They saying that they can't. Hold on a second. Talk. Hello?
Hello?
Oh gosh, it's my mistake. I had you on something else. We just hit you. This is a coach from 12U, and he made some interesting points to it. Can we just go by real quick on your information, because you was really low now, and it was my bad. I just got a text saying that they can't hear you. All right, so your concern was, like you said, you had some prior knowledge that the tax came after UTL solicit the service of the Chiefs.
Right, but not specifically the whole tax situation. Today is my first time hearing about this whole thing.
Yeah, last week was the first time I'm hearing about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as them reaching out to try to get us into the league,
Yeah.
that was after the picture had surfaced with Just and UTL members, and they knew that we was going with UTL. Prior to us going with UTL, it was more like a laughing stock, like, oh, the Chiefs don't have no season, so just laugh at them, basically. Once we got situated with UTL, it was like, whoa, y'all really want to come over here? And even though that's not really a good business move, that don't even matter. We beyond that. The season is done for. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We're asking, why does everyone have opportunity to go in the open bracket and UYFL nationally except the Brooklyn Chiefs? And we can't get a specific answer. The only answer we get is, oh, what's wrong with AYS? No, what's wrong with USL?
Yeah, I think let's just get the record straight. Like another time tonight, it's not about them leaving, or they want to have the option, just like the other teams was allowed last year to have the options to get into. They were seeded D1, D2. Also, some was in the open bracket. They were serviced by AYF, and they had the option. They just want to have the option, and they want to be treated just like any other team. Like I said, it's not about the kids. It's not about the kids. It's about the game. The game is gotta be the best in your national tournaments, and you gotta have service of the teams that's the best. Period. That's what it's about.
Right, we the best team.
That's what it's about.
You denying service as if we struggle something now. Like me and Malik said, if that's the case, put us in there and throw us to the door. We get bumped in the first round, that's on us.
Yeah.
We don't win it all, that's on us. But why can't we walk through the door?
I don't want I respect the guys that's running it. Courtney Collins, I mean, he's a legend. He brought him and Mr. Jackson. They brought the game to us. We look like us. It's for us, and that's a lot of accomplishment. We not, he's a stand-up guy, but I understand sometimes some feelings get into it, emotions get into it, and things, and I get that, and I understand that, and we don't want that to play in your decision making. But if you are a league, you want the best organizations available to you, period. You want that. You got to have that.
Right. It definitely got to be some type of personal situation or emotions, like you said.
Yeah. can't be, that can't allow in business. That can't allow in business. And you know, if it was a tax, and you did it right after, and said it right after, and just say no, then that's on just. But if it was a tax after he acquired the service of UTL, then that was waiting to see if they were that, and that's the BS right there. You can't wait and see, you know, you can't wait and see, oh, if they're gonna land on their feet or whatever they're gonna do. You know, they had the independent, that's when the independent season popped up and everything. They could have settled this all in the early spring and got this over, and I would have no show tonight to talk about. All right, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. We're gonna take another caller. We're gonna take another caller and kind of ending it. I'm trying to go as long as I can, as long as the callers who keep coming in. I want to service everybody with the callers and everything, and be available for everyone, and making sure, you know, we just calling back this caller that called in and see what's going on, and we want to service everybody. How you doing? What's going on? It's a sports show.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I wanna find out, are you a coach, a parent?
Actually, I'm a parent.
Okay, and your kid play what division?
12 years.
Okay, all right. Welcome to the sports show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate it, you know. And what can I do for you today?
I was just listening to your conversation with the different coaches about the different aspects of the Brooklyn Chiefs not being allowed to play. But my thing is, the only people that kind of get punished in this whole situation is the kids. The kids innocent, and this is supposed to be all about the kids, right?
Well, like, I want to just clarify a little bit. Because the division of a situation is this. The league service the organization that serves the kids and yourself, and the parents, the paid parents that pay the league. So we're not gonna take away from the decisions of the league presidents making the right decisions, so the league can serve it. So I mean, the organization presidents for making the right decisions, so the league can service them. But the league 100% is responsible for the game that these players are playing. They sacrificing their body to compete. And that right there is totally 100% them. So the thing is this, they set up these different divisions, and the best play the best in D1. And if you're still growing and you're still, the kids are still developing, you stay in D2. So they manage on the competition of the game. But the main thing the league is supposed to be, and that's why I advocate they be 100% independent, because they can't get in the organization. The organization president has something to protect, so he's going to rule partially for his product. So the deal is this: can you set up a situation that it can be run 100% independent and impartial? You know what I'm saying? I think Big Tri-State is the closest to that. They might not like what I'm saying, but I think they're the closer to that. Now, if it's some situations in the back room and some back, politics going on and trying to say, no, that can't be allowed, because that's not business.
Exactly.
That's not business. Now,
that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm in total agreement.
Yeah, it can't be allowed.
Everybody else be serviced, but this one particular organization.
It can't be allowed.
They're
So
not asking for no handout.
No.
If it's a tax that needs to be paid, then you know what?
Yeah.
Let the org pay the taxes. I'm sure the parents don't mind chipping in the half of that the taxes paid.
Yeah.
But these kids should have an option.
the deal.
They shouldn't be the only team that doesn't have the option to go UYFL.
Yeah, the deal is this, hands down, right? Courtney had a point. They had to act on it, and it's a point. Now you're not going to have the service. That's the ruling. If it was an olive branch brought out, when it was brought out, we don't know. We're still trying to ascertain that. If it was an olive branch brought out, and the deal is this: he has the right, just has the right, because he earned the right to do it. He did it, and he had earned the right to do it. How you do it, How you do it is the question here. That's the question. Now, okay, slap on the wrist. Can't do that. Can't do that. We can't service you and you be a competitor. Okay, fine. Boom. Okay, what's the tax? When did it come? We want your team though, but when did the tax come? So that's the deal. That's the deal. When did it come? When did it come? And that's the olive branch you put out. But now that's put aside. Roll that up. Throw it in the garbage. Season done.
The big issue here is how do we rectify this?
But this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do. We trying to talk to the people that makes the decisions and say, yo, let's rectify this. But I think the national has nothing to do with the local. Nothing. It's not set up. It's too.
Back into the big tri-state. The big tri-state, they're having a wonderful season. God bless them.
I want you back. I want you back in the big tri-state. No, I want you back in the big tri-state. What are you talking about?
Well, listen, not right now.
I want y'all back in the big tri-state.
Right now, we're talking about.
Now, come on. They got, the best party going around, man.
It is, without a doubt. But
we'll be back up there. But
yeah,
it's done. It's done. It's done, and that's not the complaint.
Exactly. How do we move forward from here?
What I suggest you accept their application in the open bracket. That's it. That's how you move forward.
How do you submit an application in an open bracket when they're telling you that you're
listen. This is what.
Only organ is united.
But this is what this show. This is what this show is about. Changing the status quo. That's what it's about.
So let's see what happens.
It's no other sport. There's no other sports show in the area that can allow this to happen. You think you're gonna get it from other guys?
Right. And we thank you for
you think you're gonna get it from them other guys? We ain't getting that from them. They ain't touching it. That's what makes me who I am, impartial.
And we thank you for providing.
So this is just a shout out. UTL, you see? Not only you, it's not only you all the time. I get accused of being impartial. No, man, I'm independent. The story comes up and I got it. All right, thanks for your call, man. One more call and we're gonna get out of here. You too. One more call, we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna go and we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for calling. Hit that subscribe button. Those that called in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button coming in the door, the like button going out the door to keep the show going, We need that subscribe, to our show and everything. All right, we're gonna make one more phone call because my call lines is on fire tonight. Who's it? Oh, this is an out-of-state gentleman. Hold on.
Yo,
who's this?
It's me, Uncle Milton's buddy.
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
I thought I have you tied in. This is one of the best announcers in the city. He's the best announcer at the games. We got Buddy from the Brooklyn Chiefs. What can I do for you today, Mr. Buddy?
Well, I just want to, touch on the subject at hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a businessman, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I can honestly say is, I understand where Courtney coming from.
Yeah,
I understand where
no
Jeff
doubt
coming
about it.
from. But I think as adults, we're losing the big picture. If it's about children, then we have to service children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these kids haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
When your kids, they're in the care of the teachers and the school safety agents.
Mm-hmm. Why
should they be penalized in school for what the teacher or the school safety agent has done?
Yeah.
They're children, they're innocent.
Yeah.
So I think it does go against the rules of the open bracket. We should be able to come in.
But we gonna keep it. We gonna keep it like this, buddy. Right? Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, and I believe in it. The league responsibility and the conference and the conference, far as they brackets and stuff. When my lights went out, they brackets and everything. They responsible. They responsible in the game. Period. Right. The game You have to be able to amass the best teams available in your area and everything. Period.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So you know, so the deal is this. And I asked Courtney this. I said, you got the services of the show. You got the services of the Hempstead is coming. GA is coming. Dark Knights is coming. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what they do in the playoffs or Super Bowl. Why not them? You got them in an open bracket, man. Come on, you got the best of both worlds. You got the best of both worlds, a financial thing, and you got the new, you got the Northeast best teams.
Yeah.
You got a chance of being on that podium, holding the trophy, presenting the trophy, and that's in your area.
And that's the thing. People are not looking at the win for New York.
Yeah,
region.
but they preach that. They preach that when they leave the state. I mean, I understand we were competitive in the state, and in the city is very competitive. But they preached that last year. Oh, New York, we gotta stand up for New York. We gotta. What New York you talking about? Which New York you talking about?
If you think about, listen, Uncle Mill, hear me out.
Yeah.
If you think about, and you think about regions and national football, New York is fairly behind. Fairly. You have so many other regions that are surpassing us triple with national championships. Just think about it. Let's run down the logistics of the national whole run. Besides the Hurricanes, only 3 other orgs got a national. The Jets, Riot Squad, and if I'm not mistaken, the Tomahawks. Nobody else has a national. The show have about maybe 13, 14, I'm not too sure. And that was back then in the weighted division when they was dominating. Since it's been unlimited weight, I think the last national they had was with Ed Barnes. He got, I think, D2 national.
Weighted?
So
Unlimited or weighted?
It was unlimited.
Unlimited.
But the thing is, but the thing is, stop building this animosity towards each other in the city and help each other.
Yeah, but buddy, it is a competitive undertone to it, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a competitive undertone, because the leagues ain't 100% independent.
So they gotta stop.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Independent.
No. Do you get what I just said to you?
Yes.
It's always going to be a competitive undertone because you got people who runs organizations. It's not 100% independent. If the league was 100% independent, please, they're going to get mad at me saying that. If the league was 100% independent, it would be I service everybody. That's it. I don't care. I gotta have. Listen, you did this. Boom. That offer would have came. That offer would have came real quick. They would let me know. Uncle Milt, Uncle Milt Big Tri-State is finding the Brooklyn Chiefs president 2-3 seasons, and that's it. And we did it, so he won't go nowhere.
Listen.
Because we won his service. Because we won his service very, very bad.
And I'm gonna be.
That's it.
Honest.
And that's how independent. That's how independent league talks.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not gonna come on this show and disrespect Courtney.
No,
that's
not all about.
I'm saying, and I'm not gonna come on this show.
Courtney is a legend, man.
And I'm not gonna come on this show and disrespect what my president is speaking up saying. At the end of the day, that's 2 men. I hope they can come to amends in the near future. Yeah. But this shit can't happen again, man.
It's to me, I talk to both of them privately and everything. It ain't no serious. They have love for each other. The deal is this.
Of course.
The deal is this.
After this season, can't happen again. This is awful, man. This is awful.
The deal is this. I'm gonna talk to Have, and then we out of here for real. Joe, we gonna talk to Have for a few minutes, and we out of here. All right. Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right.
And we got Coach Have 13U, coach from Brooklyn Chief. What's up, Have?
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Slow motion, can't complain.
All right.
I mean, I can complain, but I'm not.
Are you satisfied with Uncle Milt Are you satisfied with Uncle Milk?
What do you mean?
Like, you know,
Questions that you're asking?
no, I'm saying that we brought this to the forefront, and you know, me and you talk, right?
Absolutely.
And you asked me something, right?
Absolutely.
All right, then. I'm just asking, are you satisfied?
Well, I mean, with the question that I asked you, you know,
Yeah.
for the answers that we want.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the answers that we want and the answers that we get are two different things.
But the deal is
Right?
this. Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to deal with the answers that we're getting. The
Okay.
answers that we're getting is not answers.
It's-
Answers that we're getting is a question being answered with a question.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that, it just seems like it just dies down.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm frustrated.
So,
Right? Because in my estimation, I've been listening to your interview.
Yeah.
Right?
mhm.
So when I listen to your interview, you're supposed to have a non-biased, objective view. Right?
Yeah.
And some of the questions that are being posed, right,
Yeah.
is not biased.
Mhm.
Right?
No.
It's not. Because when you say that with the actual facts that you have from your journalistic view, right? And the simple questions are being asked of you. You have multiple questions asked of you by coaches,
Mhm.
right? And from your answers, you were beating around the bush.
Who,
Your
me?
job as a journalist
Who, me?
is
Okay. Tell me what I
you
do.
couldn't answer because you wouldn't answer the question, simple question. A coach from 11U asked you simple questions. that
Okay.
You chose to avoid.
No, I
Because
didn't.
he
I don't.
asked you about the product. He asked you about the product. You wouldn't give a clear, definitive answer.
Okay.
Because as a journalist, you would want a clear, definitive, concise answer.
I
So
can't
therefore, now when you are asked of it, why can't you?
because.
Because if you have a unbiased
Mhm,
opinion,
mhm.
right, or answer, you can answer that question.
I-
You can answer that.
I'm saying to you, right? I'm saying to you, I can't answer that question because it's gonna
Why
be
can't
it's gonna be a biased question. It's a
No,
biased
you're
answer.
No, it's not. No, it's not a biased answer, right?
It's going to be a
You wanna
biased
know
answer. That's
Let
what
me
I'm
tell you
saying to
why
you.
it wouldn't be biased, because they're asking you
Yeah.
about services,
Yeah.
or things.
He
of
asked
a
me.
product,
he-
right? A
he-
product from your understanding.
Yeah.
You are interviewing multiple individuals.
Yeah.
That give you answers from both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And from those facts
Okay.
that you are getting, why can't you come up with an answer from the facts?
I'm not running away from the question. I'm answering it. The best way I can. I'm the
You're
media.
answering it politically.
I'm
Now,
the
as a
media.
journalist,
Listen,
would you wanna
I am the media.
As a journalist,
I
as a
want to
media,
see.
do you
I
want
want it
Do
perfect.
you want a clear, concise answer?
I want it perfect. I want it
All right, so if
perfect.
you want it all right. you want it
Yes.
perfect,
So I
but
gotta
you're
tell you,
not-
I can't
now
control that.
You want perfect, but yet won't give a perfect answer.
But I'm saying to you, I can't control that. I want it perfect. If to me to say,
You can't control your answers.
to me, let me tell you something. To me to say, right, that Big Tri-State is nothing without the Chiefs. I can't say that.
No, I'm not saying. Hold on.
I
That
can't
wasn't
say
the
that.
question that was posed to you, and that
What was the question? What was the question? Have?
Don't put words in that gentleman's
Okay,
mouth,
but
because that's not what he
what's
asked.
the
That's
question?
not what he
Have?
said.
Have you tell me the question?
Question was asked: is the product the same? Is the product? You say you want the best. You said out your mouth,
Mhm.
right from your observation,
Mhm.
that Big Apple, right,
Mhm.
provides the best services,
Okay.
right, and that provides the best services. You have to have the best teams in order
But
to
let
stay
me
a title, correct?
let me say
Yes or no?
let me say what I said.
Yes or no?
Let me say what I said, Al. Let me say what I said. Stop. My dog say you passed the time. Get off the thing. Listen, Have.
Now
Listen.
I passed the time.
Listen. Listen, I've been on it. Have I've been on the air. Have I've been on the air 2 hours, man. All right, this is the deal, right? This is the deal, right? Honestly, right? I, the product always got to be perfect. The product's got to be improved, right? I always ask, how you going to do this without the Chiefs, man? Come on, what's going on? I've been asking that question all season, everything. How you going to do this without the Chiefs, right? They're doing it. They're doing it, huh? Do I like it? Do I like it? I want it perfect. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I want it perfect, but it's still happening.
Hold on. All right.
It's still happening.
But hold on. What I'm saying is, right?
Yeah.
Nobody is from the Chiefs is saying if the Chiefs isn't there,
Yeah.
that their product is null and void or doesn't succeed or whatever the case may be from their standards or whatever the case may be, right? What we're saying is, what we're asking, the question that is being asked of you from your journalistic view, from the facts that you have gathered, from the multiple people that you have spoken to, and from the things that you've seen with your eyes, is the product the best product that they claim? Is it?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see the. I don't know. I'm gonna answer that. Have. I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have. I'm gonna. I'm going to ask that question after the playoffs and the Super Bowl, and they put all this together in the Super Bowl.
From what you've gathered
now, this is what I'm going to do.
It's the camaraderie.
This one, listen, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to have hopefully at Rutgers, I'm going to have a pregame show, and I'm going to put you on first and let you ask that question afterwards, and I'm going to answer you. I'm gonna answer you. All right, man. Thanks, Hap.
Yo, hold on. So we're gonna give them more time on top of the time they already have to come up with answers that they're not going to give anyway.
We gotta wait and see, man. We hoping the power of the people that they wanted, and I hope not change it. But we did try to get it out. We got both sides out. We got to understand that this is coming from people that's supportive. People that service, kids that played, and everything that's not coming from the president. He already made his clear that you're not hurting him. This and that. Courtney made his decision and things like that. And we hoping like two people come together, two dynamic people come together and say, yo, let's put this shit to the side, excuse my language, and let's make a game out of it. That's it. See you later, Uncle Milt. We out. Thanks, Hab, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, and that's it. Joe, you there? Yeah, we overdue. We want to thank all the guests that's coming in. We want to thank Courtney Collins in the metaverse for showing up, even though we didn't have a much answer back. Well, we want to thank people, that's concerned, and they talk to me off the air, on the telephone, on the field and everything. We just want you to support the show, that support your views, support your vision, and support what you feel, that's number one. We're independent operation, and we here for the people. We here for the kids, and we here for the game. And remember that. NYC Youth Sports, we'll be back next week. I think I'm gonna be out to the Bulldogs and Rosedale game, non-U game. I'll be out there, and that's it. And we'll see you. I didn't get to get all the games out, but I guess the other show did it. But this is what it is. Uncle Milt, and we out.